freezing cold today. There's a lot more people walking their dogs outside during these temperatures too for some reason. And what's going on today? Sounds like a lot of gloomy news. War and military related? How about this first one? This one says US commits $2 billion in drones, ammunition, aid to Ukraine. The Pentagon announced a new package of a long-term security assistance for Ukraine on Friday, marking the first anniversary of Russia's invasion with a $2 billion commitment to send more rounds of ammunition and a variety of small, high-tech drones into the fight. The announcement comes just days after President Joe Biden made an unannounced visit to Kyiv and pledged America's continuing commitment to Ukraine. Biden told President Volodymyr Zelensky and his people that Americans stand with you and the world stands with you. In a statement Friday, the Pentagon said the aid includes weapons to counter Russia's unmanned systems and several types of drones, including the upgraded Switchblade 600 kamikaze drone, as well as electronic warfare detection equipment. Can you believe it's been a year already for this? It says it also includes money for additional ammunition for the high mobility artillery rocket systems, artillery rounds, and mutations for laser-guided rocket systems. But in an unusual move, the Pentagon provided no detail on how many rounds of any kind will be bought. Including this latest package, the US has now committed more than $32 billion in security assistance to Ukraine since Russia's invasion. And then with that, now there's claims that China is going to supply, Russia with kamikaze drones. And according to them, though, they deny it because it says here, no commercial contact. Chinese drone maker denies selling arms to Russia. The US has warned China of severe consequences and sanctions if it supplies weapons to assist Russia's aggression against Ukraine. A Chinese drone manufacturer has denied it has any commercial dealings with Russia, following a report claiming it was negotiating with the country's military over the mass production of kamikaze drones. A Thursday report by German newspaper Der Spiegel said the Chinese company Xiangbingou Intelligent Aviation Technology had agreed to make and test 100 ZT-180 prototype drones before delivering them to the Russian Defense Ministry by April. The report did not specify sources for the claim, citing only, quote, information the outlet obtained. So a lot of countries potentially creating military alliances, I guess you could say. That's not a good sign. People want to avoid a world war and all that. And this was kind of surprising news, in some ways, I guess not surprising as well, depending on how you look at it. Apparently, Google started to block Canadian news sources, I suppose in response to that proposal of the Bill C-18 here in Canada. I read this type of thing happening before in Australia, if I remember correctly, where Facebook blocked out various government sites and all that because of reasons like these, where I suppose platforms will start to pay various news sources to display their news feeds. So here it says, media advocate says Google is bullying Canadians in temporarily blocking news. Advocates for the print and digital media industry are pushing back against Google, which they believe is bullying Canadians by limiting access to online news as part of a fight with Ottawa. Canadians are going to see this as a foreign company that is bullying Canadians, and I don't think that is going to go over well, said Paul Deegan, president for News Media Canada, which represents hundreds of publications across Canada. Google confirmed on Wednesday that it is blocking access to online news for less than 4% of its Canadian users, in what the company describes as short-lived test in response to the Liberal government's Online News Act. Bill C-18 will require digital giants such as Google and Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, to negotiate deals to compensate Canadian media companies for displaying or providing links to their news content. Larger media companies have praised the bill as a way to create a level playing field against Google and Facebook, which compete with them for advertising dollars. Tech companies have pushed back against the bill, arguing it is a wrong approach to enhance journalism. Saying here, ad revenues that used to be the mainstay of local journalism, big tech now profits from the journalism but hasn't paid for it, said Peter Julian, House Leader for the New Democrats on Thursday. So that doesn't sound good, although one of my first thoughts as well with this is, are they using this as a way to say push these laws now? Which may be the case actually, and this actually makes me equally concerned. Because here it says, Friends, which advocates for public broadcasting in Canada, said the move by Google shows why the government needs to regulate major tech companies, saying, quote, "Google seems to have forgotten the old adage that with great power comes great responsibility. Instead of cooperating with lawmakers around the world to support and sustain the free press and democracy, Google continues to pursue financial ends at all costs," said Marla Boltman, executive director of Friends. "This is not capitalism, it is greed." Just based on everything that's happened over the past couple of years, I don't know who you could say is better with the quote power. Everyone's been censoring each other, for example, where if you don't agree with a certain side, then you're quote canceled.
You have to go to Vancouver City Centre. Been a police incident.
That's about to be explosion, aren't they?
Yeah, mate.
So are they gonna do something? Like, are they trying to put it out?
Yeah, there's firefighters there. They're putting the water hose.
Oh, can you see the water hose?
Yeah, you can see right there. There's water hose right here.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see it in your.
It doesn't look like the fire's in the building though. It looks like it was in the ground.
Well, at least in the underground, right? The
Yeah.
bottom.
But
You know what? That's a legend building, right?
yeah.
That's the first high-rise of Vancouver.
All right. See you guys later.